Welcome to Booth Ross and the Joy of Mathing, edition 10.1, Lines and Segments That Intersect Circles. So we already know what a circle is. When we write a circle, though, we always denote it with this little circle with a point in the middle and then whatever the center point is. So if the center point was C, we'd use C. The radius, I think we all know, is the segment from the center to the edge of the circle. But here's some things that maybe you don't remember. So a chord is any segment that connects two endpoints together on a circle. A diameter is a special type of chord because it's a chord that hits both endpoints but also crosses through the center. Now a secant line is a line that crosses through a circle twice, so there's like a chord embedded in them in a secant line. While a tangent line is a line that only touches once. So touches the edge of the circle once. The point where it touches is called the point of tangency. So let's go ahead and find all this information in our diagram. I'm going to zoom in a bit so we can see the diagram better. So in this diagram, we need to find two radii. So that's just plural for radius. So there are actually more than just two. Let me highlight the center of this circle. It's A. So there is one here at AF. There's also one here at AB. And there's also one here at DA. Okay, so there are actually three. But I'm just going to go ahead and name, let's do AB for one of them. Now when you name a segment where it doesn't go on forever, you just put a line above with no arrows. And then we'll do AF. That seems fun. A little segment line. All right, we're going to go ahead and name a chord. So once again, chords, there are a couple in this picture. We're just going to need to name one. We could name the diameter because that's a chord, but that's part 3, so let's not do that. We could do this chord right here from E to C. You could also do D to E, but let's just do E, C. That's one of the chords I see. Speaking of diameter, the diameter is this one right here because it crosses through the center and has two endpoints on the edge of the circle. So DF. It's also a segment. Now a secant. One thing I didn't note, but is in these definitions, tangent and secant are lines. And lines you denote a different way than you denote line segments. So the segments stop. Lines go on forever. So the secant line has to cross through twice. So that's this line right here. It's crossing through the circle twice. So in order to name that line, we just call it DE and then we put little arrows on the top. Then the tangent line only crosses once. So right here, tangent line crosses through right here. Now there's a dilemma right here. In order to name a line, you do have to have two coordinates. There weren't two coordinates on here. There should be. You actually can't name the line otherwise. So I'm just going to go ahead and call this, let's call it W. So we'll call it WB. There should be 2 points on there so that you can name the line. But it's the line that crosses through B. And then point of tangency is just that one point that touches the circle on that tangent line. So that's point B. So put a little point B. Now remember, I mentioned this at the beginning, but to name the circle, you just do a little circle symbol with a dot in the middle. And then you just name whatever the center is. So the center in this case is A. So this is circle A.